In 2019, a woman named Sarah called the police 47 times in 3 months. Each time, she claimed her husband was moving her belongings, changing the locks, and making her feel like she was losing her mind. The police found nothing. Her husband seemed concerned. Sarah was diagnosed with severe anxiety and paranoia. But Sarah wasn't crazy. She was being erased, on purpose. 3 years later, hidden cameras revealed the truth. Her husband had been systematically moving objects, gaslighting her into believing she was mentally ill, so he could have her committed, and inherit her fortune. This is the real face of gaslighting. And it could be happening to you, by someone you trust. But first, let me ask you something that might make you uncomfortable. Have you ever apologized for something you didn't do? Have you ever felt crazy for feeling hurt? If yes, you need to keep watching. In 1944, a movie called Gaslight showed the world something terrifying. A husband slowly convinces his wife she's insane by dimming gas lights and denying their flickering. When she questions reality, he tells her she's imagining things. The movie ended. But the technique, it never stopped. It evolved. It got smarter. And it's happening, in homes, workplaces, and relationships everywhere. But what the movie didn't show, is how gaslighting works in real life, step by step, stage by stage. And you're about to see if you've experienced them. Stage 1, the honeymoon trap. They shower you with love, attention, promises. You feel special, chosen. You think you found your person. Stage 2, the slow burn. Small lies, tiny contradictions. You're remembering wrong. That didn't happen. You're being dramatic. Your confidence begins to crack. Stage 3, the mental hostage. You're trapped in a reality they created. You can't trust your own mind. You defend them. You blame yourself. You've become a prisoner of your own doubt. In Dallas, 2021. A man convinced his wife she had early-onset dementia. For 2 years, he moved her car keys, changed her passwords, and told her she was forgetting things. She almost checked herself into a memory care facility. Until her sister installed hidden cameras. The truth? He was poisoning her, little by little, with prescription drugs designed to make her forgetful and confused. She's alive today because she questioned reality, one more time. But how do you know if it's happening to you? The signs are more subtle than you think. And some of them might shock you. Here's a test. I'm going to list 7 signs. Count how many apply to you. If it's 3 or more, pay very close attention. 1. You apologize constantly, even when you know you're right. 2. You make excuses for their behavior, they're just stressed. 3. You feel like walking on eggshells, constantly monitoring your words. 4. You question your own memory, did I really say that? 5. You feel isolated, even from people who care about you. 6. You've become emotionally numb, to protect yourself from their reactions. 7. You feel guilty for having needs, or expressing how you feel. How many? 3. 4. 7. In 2020, researchers studied 5,000 victims of gaslighting. What they found? Their brain patterns mirrored prisoners of war. The same psychological breakdown. The same learned helplessness. Your brain is literally rewiring itself to survive psychological warfare. And the most dangerous part? You might be defending your captor. But here's what every gaslighter fears most. And why they work so hard to keep you confused. Emma thought she was losing her mind. Her boyfriend of 3 years was perfect on social media, charming with friends. But behind closed doors, he told her she was paranoid when she felt he was cheating. He said she was remembering wrong when she caught him in lies. He convinced her that her friends were toxic and her family didn't understand their love. For 2 years, Emma believed she was the problem. Until one day, she found a folder on his laptop. It was labeled, Emma's Crazy Moments. Inside were recordings of her crying, screenshots of her paranoid texts, and detailed notes about her reactions. He wasn't just gaslighting her, he was building a legal trap. Meticulously documenting her pain, to make her look unstable. Why? Because Emma was about to inherit her grandmother's estate. The scariest part? Emma isn't alone. There are thousands of these cases. Gaslighters don't just manipulate by accident. They study you. They learn your triggers. They map your weaknesses. They're not just toxic. They're tactical. And they have one weakness. They can't survive in the light. But first, you need to understand why you didn't see it coming. Here's the truth they don't want you to know. Gaslighting works because it hijacks your brain's survival mechanism. When someone we love contradicts our reality, our brain chooses the relationship over the truth. It's evolutionary. We needed the tribe to survive. So we start gaslighting ourselves, just to keep the peace. But the moment you start questioning the questioner, everything changes. In 2022, researchers found that victims who learned to document their experiences, writing down conversations, taking photos, recording their feelings, broke free 80% faster than those who didn't. Remember Emma? She didn't just leave. She pressed charges. He was convicted of psychological abuse and fraud. She got her inheritance, her sanity, her life back. Your awareness is their greatest threat. Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. This isn't just about toxic relationships. This is about the war for your mind. And you're not just a victim. You're a survivor who's about to become a warrior. Trusting your instincts. That's a win. Documenting the truth. Another win. Refusing to apologize for reality. That's how you reclaim your power. But your education isn't over. Because knowing you're being gaslit is just the beginning. Next, you need to learn how to fight back, without them knowing. And how to escape, safely. Hit subscribe if you're ready to take back your mind. Because in my next video, I'm going to show you the exact strategies therapists use to help gaslighting victims escape. Including the gray rock technique that makes you invisible to predators. The war for your mind starts now. Are you ready to win? Remember, you're not crazy. You're waking up.